you're leaving money on the table. Most service providers and consultants are trying to jump from social media to a high ticket offer, and it just doesn't work like that anymore. That's why you need an AI Ascension model. And no, it's not another info product. It's actually captures revenue at multiple price points while you're building trust and moving people up the ladder, giving them access to your expertise. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact system that has generated us and our clients 5 to 30x ROAS on the launches, meaning we could scale without bleeding cash and taking control of our leads. This is a part 2 of the new business model series. So if you haven't watched part 1, be sure to do so, because by the end of this video, my goal is to have you understand how to turn your expertise into a profitable ladder that takes clients from spending $0 with you all the way up into the done for you services that you are an expert at. But before we get into it, I'm running a challenge in February to post 196 plus pieces of unique content across social media using this AI system that I built. I'm doing it to prove that it is possible, to show how posting that much content could actually change the trajectory of your business. So if you want to follow along and support this, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to get early access to this system, head over to Instagram and direct message me 196. And once the month is done, I'll be able to share this system with you. But let's dive into building the AI Ascension model. So again, quickly, just to touch on, go back and watch the part 1 of this because it's extremely important. We touch on the accountability or organizational chart that our businesses have. Each one of these departments is essentially a vertical that lives within your business. I'm going to narrow it down. We were talking about marketing agencies in this video, so I'm going to keep going this, where in, let's say, the marketing department, where this is where you're actually doing email, or you're doing paid advertising, or you're doing content. Like, these are the things that fall into the marketing department. So this is where we need to start identifying these. People come to us because they want us to grow their business with our marketing agency, but the function actually underneath is where the value actually comes from. And this is where we need to identify these things. So go back, watch that video. I break this down a little bit more, but in this case here, I'm going to be talking about a marketing agency that does email marketing as their expertise. So within their marketing department, they have their email marketing vertical. They still do content, they still do paid advertising, they still do all these things. They also have sales, they also have customer success, and all these are part of the business in a box. It really is. But we need to start with one, because once you knock one off the list, the rest of them continues to get easier and easier and easier and easier. The biggest problem with service-based businesses, like I was saying, is we have a lot of outbound, we have a lot of referral, but we don't really control any of our own leads. So we've got our done for you services, and that comes from that Ascension. Not everybody wants every single part of our business as well. Like, not everybody may want email marketing. They may not want content. They may not want SMS. They may not want paid advertising. But there is going to be a group of people that do want that full business in a box. And that is the tip of the iceberg. That's where you want to have your best clients all the time. And it gets to a point where when you have your systems built out so good that you might not even want clients, you might just want to launch your own brands. And this becomes really valuable as part of this AI growth and how these technologies is going to give you that ability. But you need to start with the vertical. So again, we're going to start with just the email marketing as the vertical. This is the expertise where we are the best at email marketing. And the email marketing is abandoned carts. It could be newsletters. It doesn't really matter. But you need to define which ones these are. The ultimate goal is identifying what is our done for you across the whole business. And again, that's the tip of the iceberg. Great. But to get people there, if we could provide access to smaller verticals where people could pay us money to be able to have access to our email marketing, have access to our SMS, have access to our investor relations, have access to our content creation, it's going to move them up the ladder to help you qualify people who should be in your done for you. A lot of us service-based industry marketing agencies, consultants, we take on clients because of the revenue, but we know deep down that these actually aren't the best clients for us. So this Ascension model also creates a filter for your clients to be able to come through where you can start picking, choosing your leads, which is the great piece. So not only are you going to make money across this ladder, you're also going to be able to filter people out who are going to end up in this done for you. So in this done for you, we've got the email marketing side. And what we've built out is we've taken this email marketing, following the exact blueprints and the exact frameworks and what I'm going to continue to teach you in this week. And we're going to use AI to help scale this email marketing internally. You have to build it for yourself first before you can scale it anywhere. You just have to do that because you need to train this email marketing side. But what that does for your business is it starts to generate profit. It starts to make your business more efficient within the done for you services already. This is a great start to know you have team members who understand what good output is. You have team members on your team that are the experts that understand what a good email is and what a bad email is. You really can. So then what you do is once you have that done in your done for you section, your business becomes more efficient and more profitable already at the top. But I still want people to have access to it because it's the exact same system. What you start to do is you create the next tier of a ladder. You're done with you. You take the exact same agent assembly line. So let's say the assembly line is you have a creative strategy, or let's even go one step further. You have something that does research on a brand. You got Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the holidays, whatever it may be, and it's doing research on the actual event to bring in the information to writing the email. Then you have a strategist. So it goes from one agent to another agent. Then you have one that writes the body. Then you've got one that writes the hook. I'm not an email marketing expert, but you get the point where it's like it's jumping through these. Once it gets to the end, the biggest thing that we've noticed, especially in one of our clients, is the output format. It's knowing where to put call to actions, knowing how to put call to actions. These sorts of things, if you're not an expert, you're never going to know where these things are going to be placed. So indirectly, by the time they get that final output, they've already have a proven system that the emails are being generated through based on all the expertise that you and your team are doing and you're done for you. So what you do at your done for you is you give them access to all of these agents. You give them access to all of these agents, but you block it through a system where they don't get access to the prompts because the prompts, the frameworks, the strategies, they don't get that stuff. That is your IP. That's something that you own up here. Great. This is going to be super helpful for you. At this done for you, this is where you start building community. Community is going to be your only moat that is going to survive because AI is going to be able to do everything. It really is. So building a community and building that trust is going to help you create the stickiness between these people. And again, move people up the ladder. At the done for you is that your goal with them is to be able to get them, let's say 80% of the way by themselves. 80% of the way with the agents. This is what the additional 20% is what they have to do on their own. This could be showing them how to create imagery for the emails. This could be styling them, like putting their images, whatever it may be, because an image generator and these video generators and image generators, these are a multimodal that we continue to talk about as well, that it needs more human in the loop. So we've got the meat of the actual email out, and then you just teach them in a community factor, weekly calls, monthly calls, however you want to do it, on how to send the emails properly, do additional training, how to do like open rates, whatever it may be, and then the design aspect. This is your done for you. but they have to do the work. Because if they don't want to do the work, well, guess what? They have to pay you to do that work. It's the compression of time. That's what you're selling. And I'm going to go through a whole video on selling AI and how we're doing these things and how to position your businesses, because all of our businesses are becoming AI forward. So knowing how to sell your business is going to be extremely valuable. Okay, great. So we've now done a done with you using the exact same assembly line that we do internally. It's the exact same system. Nothing has changed. What we do next is we add in a lower ticket. Once this one's flushed out, we add in a lower ticket. We call these expert studios, but people can call them front-end offers. People can call them self-liquidating, but we call them expert studios because your expertise up here, expert studio, is your lowest ticket. So this is more of an app. This is something $37, $97 a month, whatever it may, could be one time, whatever it may be. This is something that you give people access to with these agents and video training. But with the video training, so this here comes with video training. What you're actually teaching people is you're teaching them what good output looks like. Because nobody goes through courses. If you're watching this and you've ran a business, you've probably bought a course, you've never gone through it, or you've sold a course and you know people don't go through it, or you just heard that nobody goes through courses. Like you just don't. What this allows is you give those agents to people, which is great, low ticket. You give them video training to understand what good output looks like. So you're starting to build the trust. They're starting to get some sort of results, but this expert studio is limited. You can't use these agents all the time. You could have X amount of outputs per month. You could have certain amount of limitations per day, whatever it may be. There's a limitation here. It's essentially a demo to your business without having you involved. Because if you could charge this for $37 a month, where you have video training and people are getting the outputs, 1,000 people here starts to generate a lot of cash. But what's the best part about this is people in here, you're seeing them using it. You can now start picking people out of the system because you know that if there's going to be more qualified people to this, you essentially become like a little, I don't really want to say it, but like a little dealer to your business, where you give them a taste and then they become addicted, but you're making money along the way. I've never liked free trials. It's like we've worked so hard to be able to build our businesses and our expertise, and people just want stuff for free. Like, no, you have to pay for an exchange of goods, which is my expertise. In this case, the email marketing. Then you ascend them into your done with you. This Ascension is like, hey, you've been doing this on your own. You're getting some results. Do you want to have this unlock where you can do these things on your own? You can join our community and we help people walk through. Here's the results that we're getting. So you're creating that Ascension. But the agents are exactly the same. They're exactly the same. Nothing has changed. You've built it for yourself. You've built a community at the done with you, and you've created an expert studio which has limitations to give them just a taste of what this is. So you have your agents, you have your training. Now, the great thing about this, and back to the organizational chart that I had in the marketing, as you start adding more of these verticals in your done for you, you can continue to create different done with yous to start figuring out what is the right Ascension. What do people want? Do they want email? Maybe they want SMS. Do they actually need paid advertising? So they're going to start solving your business problems for you to figure out where your best leads are coming from, which is great. And then in your expert studio, you can continue to add value to it by adding more of these agent workflows into the expert studio. It really is not complicated. You look at your organizational chart, you pick a department, you understand what is one of your best verticals, and you AIify that. You create your AI assembly line. Your agents that you need to switch through, the expert in your team makes their life easier. From there, you create a done with you. charging $2,500, $5,000, whatever it may be, that's completely up to you. You could charge $500, doesn't really matter. Done with you. We've seen these before. The agents get them 80% of the way, whatever that number is, and then you teach them how to do the other 20. The same agents go in an expert studio or a low ticket offer, which allows you to give them the exact same agents again with limitations and video training to understand what good output is. They need to know what good output is. They don't need to understand how to build it themselves. They really don't. And then from there, you continue to move people up the ladder while collecting money along the way without taking more of your time. You're getting time back here at the Done For You. So you have the ability to put your people into different parts of this Ascension model to generate more revenue. It really is that simple. In our businesses, it drives me insane. We have the expertise, and to be able to bolt on our expertise to hundreds or thousands of businesses without having to do more work, that is what AI allows us to do. Bottle up your expertise and scale it like you know how to do. It's frustrating to me to watch businesses go through all this because I understand their pain, and we continue to add more services into our business because we believe it drives more revenue. But if this email marketing was printing money for you, do you think you would add more verticals? Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe you'll be making so much money that you don't want to think about it anymore. These are things that we continue to work on with our clients and our community all the time because it's a change of the business model. It really is. And until people understand that this is the future of the business model, you will be left behind. $37 a month. Whoops, $37 a month at 1,000. You could do the math. You could do $2,500 a month at 100 people, and then you're done for you. You could have some sort of profit share model. You can see how the money starts adding up without having to add more headcount into your business. Then you start adding more verticals if that's the case. This is the future of business. This is the future business model with AI. If you are a service provider, if you are a consultant, you have so much value over more people, especially marketing agencies, because you know how to do the marketing. Take control again, because we're always generating more money for everybody else. And now it's time to generate money internally for ourselves. This is the part 2 of the 2-part series where it's like I talked about the business in a box, and then how this essentially is part 2 of that business in a box, where you start scaling the verticals until you get to the point where you do have that business in a box that you're comfortable with. So be sure to watch these back to back because it is extremely valuable and they do connect a lot of ways. I'm going to be breaking these down more on how you can essentially bootstrap these models, which is really cool too. But again, simplify your business model, simplify your life, and look at this. What is your expertise? How do we do it internally first? And then how do we scale it externally through a Done With You? And it's some sort of low ticket front end offer, because that's where you become truly scalable in your business. So I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, thank you for watching. Really appreciate the support. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am doing the 196 plus pieces of unique content across social media using an AI system that I am going to give access to everybody once the month of February is done. So head over to my Instagram account and direct message me 196 to be one of the first to get access to it. Simplify your life, make your business easier, scale your expertise, make more money, make more profit. And as always, stay dialed.